All right, guys, welcome back. It's Wampus Cat Customs. I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you some we'll call it a bloopers reel. Everybody posts all the stuff they've done that's perfect and it looks good when they're done, and so I want to take it a little different route. I want to show you some stuff that I've messed up on and talk about why I messed up and how I messed up, so hopefully you can avoid some of these same errors. A lot of the stuff I do is trial and error. I learn as I do, and hopefully I can help someone not make the same mistakes I did. So first thing we got is this 55 gasser. So you can see, it's not really picking it up. You can see where the paint chipped. Right there, right there. So what happened is, this is a chrome polished body. So a lot of times you don't get good adhesion with the paint. So what I did was I painted the teal on there and I taped it off, and then when I painted the root beer on top, I came back and pulled the tape, and you can see right there that it pulled the paint with it. So most of the time around edges and any type of ridges, your paint's going to be thinner than it would be, say, on the doors. So that's why it peeled around the wheel wells and the edges and not on the door. So you can see both sides it peeled or lifted. So what can help that is either scuff it with a Scotch-Brite before you paint, or some adhesion promoter. So if you scuff this one with a Scotch-Brite, with it just being candy on top of the steel or the metal, not steel, you would still see the imperfections in the metal through the candy. You can kind of see some of that's fingerprints, but you can kind of see some on top there, see some of the scratches that came through. So if you get a nice shiny piece, whether it's polished or whether it's chromed or whatever, you might want to use some what they call adhesion promoter. It comes in a spray can. You can get it at most any auto parts store, anything like that, but it's called adhesion promoter. And you spray it on first, let it dry, and then you can spray your paint on, and it helps it to stick a little bit better. So you avoid problems like that. And like I said, I don't always use it, but only when I'm on something that's slick. So this one was gonna be a nice pearl and flaked out top. So once I got it together, I really didn't like it. But also the flake is kind of rough. You can see some spots there, some spots there. It didn't get in the door jambs quite like I'd like it to. So, and right here on this spot right there, I kind of tried to sand it down, and it burned some of the flake. So what I can do there is adjust the pressure of the gun, and hopefully it will lay down a little better. And the door jambs, that's just something on a tiny part like this that it's almost unavoidable unless you got something tiny that will shoot the flake. And most likely, if it's tiny enough to get in the door jambs, it's going to clog when you put the flake in it. So that's that. And then the paint lines aren't all that smooth, which that can be dressed up with a razor blade, and the clear coat will hide some of that as well. So that's those two. This one I was upset about because I had some time, quite a bit of time in the taping of this model. And what I did, it was supposed to be silver lines right along right there. You can see the design. They were supposed to be nice silver flake lines, and they didn't show up. I got a ridge there. What I did was I hit the yellow on top of the green. I hit it too hard, too fast, too much paint. So now I'm gonna have to fix that. And then I got a little lift right there. So that was when I pulled the tape up, and you can see that ridge right in there. That's from too much paint as well. So the way I'm gonna fix that is I either got to find something that will take it off without damaging the plastic, or maybe I can prime over it and do it again. If I prime over it, I risk losing some of the body lines that are in here. So that one's gonna, I'm gonna have to do some thinking on that, how I want to go about that to fix it. Plus, with that divot right there where the paint chipped, if I spray over it, that's gonna, if I prime over it, you're gonna be able to see that. So I'll show you how thick I got the paint on there. So yeah, I hit that way too hard, way too fast. And what it did was it ran up under the tape and bunched under the tape, and it hid my lines. So I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna redo that. Then I got this panel, and you can clearly see what's wrong with it. Well, one, I didn't pull all the tape off there. So my lines aren't straight and they aren't lined up perfectly, especially right through here. You can see that it's a lot thin. The blue line's a lot thinner on this side than it is on this side. The flake lines are at different widths. That looks a little bit different. So, and then pulling the tape, I pulled some of the base coat on it right there and right there. You can see that. So what I need to do there is just take my time, and I'm gonna have to reprime this and start over. But what I needed to do was take my time and make sure all of my tape lines are good, and the right distance and everything before I start. So that's the 3 bloopers that I got, 3 or 4 that I got on my bench right now. I will fix them. I will post videos of them when I get them fixed. But like I said, most people post their finished product and it looks good when they post it. And I do the same thing. I post my finished products and hope they look good when I post them. But I wanted to go through and talk about some of the places where I mess up and some of the things that I do wrong. And hopefully I can help someone not make those same mistakes. So if you have any questions, hit me on the comments, or you can get me on Instagram at Wampus Cat Customs, Facebook, Wampus Cat Customs. Don't forget to subscribe and follow if you like the video. Check out my other videos. I got a 6 or 7 part video of panel painting. I got some taped out videos of some other cars that I'm working on, some Hot Wheels and stuff like that. So if you got time, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like and the sub and throw a comment if you like. Also, don't forget to check out the Store Frontier. It's storefrontier.com/WampusCatCustoms. Got some t-shirts up for sale. When I get them in, I will post them up so everyone can see them. But until then, check it out. If you like them, order one. And thank you for the support, and keep it up. Let me know if there's anything I can help with, or if you have any questions, throw them in the comments or hit me on Insta. Thanks.